this. So the next interview is the Associate Dean of University of Southern California Business School, Marshall School of Business. This is a program that I actually graduated from. In 2005, and I've been in touch with him. I'm actually the president of the Alumni Association for the international program.
Very nice.
And the reason why I interviewed Jack Lewis, Dr. Jack Lewis, is because he was the program coordinator for the international business program for 27 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Very nice.
For 27 years, he was able to take a small program and grow it. And in this program, this interview, you're going to see what it means to not only develop a program, but more importantly, he's going to talk about globalization, and he will also talk about developing a network.
Nice.
So we'll go into this clip, and as soon as we come back, I will share the bonus with the young generation.
تا چند لحظه دیگه با ما باشید.
Sure. Okay. Now, I've had the pleasure of actually enrolling in this program. In fact, I graduated from the USC Marshall School of Business International MBA program back in 2005. And so I did go through the curriculum and I understand the values of it. But if you can give us a little bit more insight in the curriculum itself. In other words, there's one thing about going through a business school. And there's another thing about bringing students in, but the curriculum also needs to be tailored. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that prepared some of these middle managers to move higher into in their careers?
Okay. Most of these managers are in their early 30s, range of age from about 27, 28 into their middle 40s, and many of them are engineers. Many of them have been in sales and marketing positions, in business development positions, but they haven't had the perspective of a general manager or a general global manager. They haven't managed a lot of people. They haven't managed across functions. So we try to give the basis that we try to give them really strong fundamentals in the core kind of business skills that MBA students, Masters of Business Administration students have throughout the United States and throughout the world. But the distinctive thing about our program is that throughout the core skills and then the international business courses that we have in the second half of the program, we try to bring in cases from throughout the world. We emphasize in particular the business between North America, Asia, and Latin America, but that does not exclude cases, for example, on how European businesses deal with China or how European businesses deal with Latin America. I think one of the distinctive things about being an effective general manager in a global environment is the soft side, is what I call the soft side. I think even if you're dealing with wonderful products and large-scale organizations, your life will be easier as a manager, and you'll be much more effective if you understand the people that you're dealing with. And now in the United States and in South Asia, throughout the world, you're dealing with people from all over the world, vendors, buyers, so that you have to have the sensitivity to keep your eyes open, your ears open, and the curiosity to know the soft side or the personal side of the management culture that you're dealing with. So we try to give our participants as much insight into dealing with negotiations, effective communications cross-nationally and in a global context. The other thing we believe in is a very active style of education. I think all American business schools rely on cases to a great degree. European business schools in India, other parts of the world these days. But in a year in our program, an intensive year in our program, you may do teamwork on 20 different teams. You may do 12, 13, 14 different projects which require deliverables to the faculty members. So we're not so much, we are test-based as well, but we believe in very active style of education.
The project that I worked on was a competitiveness study for the Federated States of Micronesia, where we went. There were 5 of us in a group, and we went to in country, surveyed every aspect of their markets, and eventually put business cases together for 2 different products for them to export in order to become more self-sustaining. And I found that a quite valuable lesson, both in terms of the curriculum and how we were taught to become better consultants and better business managers, but also how to interact and able to leverage back to different countries, because the folks that were in my group, the composition was 5 different countries. And so we were able to look at 5 other countries, including the US, to see how we can leverage and where some of the opportunities were. And so there were many benefits of this program. Dr. Lewis, I want to thank you for your time. You certainly have been a great mentor to myself, and I look forward to many years of working with you and nurturing the relationship that we have, in addition to the ones that we're building with other IBER alumni. We want to thank you for your time, and we look forward to interviewing you next time, perhaps in China.
Okay, thank you very much, Taymor, and you know, like many other of our alumni, we thank you for your service as president of our alumni association here in Southern California. You've worked very hard with your other officers, and that's one of the reasons we're successful.
خوش آمدین. اینترویو به انگلیسی بود. فقط دکتر جک لوئیس که اسوسییت دین پروگرام بیزنس اسکول است، از یک نگاه تشریح کرد درباره همین پروگرام بیزنس اسکول. هر بیزنس اسکول از خود یک اسپشیالیزیشن داره. اینا پروگرام کوردینیتور چیست اینترنشنال بیزنس. درباره کریکولوم صحبت کرد، درباره درس تحصیلات و همچنان درباره نتورک. درس خو میخوانیم مگر تا که یک 4 نفر نزدیک ما نباشه کمک نکنه، چیزی که شاگردای های سکول تشریح کردن. گفتن کمک بگیرین. همچنان دکتر خیمی و شوفه جانم پیشتر دربارش صحبت کرد. موفق می باشین که کوشش کنین که یک نتورک باشه 4 بغلتان. کسایی که شما رو کمک میکنه، چی که به درس باشه، چی که به وظیفه باشه و همچنان به زندگی. از اون نگاه اینترویوش 10 دقیقه بود. این اینترویو رو به وبسایت میمانیم. با وبسایت ما بریم، فردا میمانیم و همچنان معلومات درباره USC Business School که اگر علاقه داشتین به تماس شوین. اگر میخواستین همراه ما به تماس شوین، ما میتونم شما رو معرفی کنم به مکتب، چون که من رئیس Alumni Association هستم.